Dakota State, no secrets, I imagine. You know what they do, they know what you do. And what's the goal or what's the plan of attack?
Well, they're a very good team first and foremost. And we had a tough go at third place, and then here we played a little bit better, and we got to continue to play a little bit better against them. You can't make a lot of mistakes against them. We're a team that we average close to 21 turnovers a game. We got to cut that down. How do you do that? You got to play a little bit better within yourselves. For us, we have to play with tempo because they're very much driven, and they like to be in the half court and try to control tempo. So we're opposites there. The other part is that we can't give them free looks. I thought at our place playing them, we did a very good job the defensive side of the floor, tried to make them earn every shot they took. Down there, they were taking, I call them horse shots with nobody on them, and whether it was on the inside or on the outside, it felt like at times we just weren't around them, and that shows improvement on our defensive side. But we have to put 40 minutes together. That's going to be the big thing for us, being able to go into this the Summer League tournament and have a chance.
Julia alluded to this too about your freshmen. What have you noticed about the group from the start of the season to now?
Well, a couple things. They're a little bit more resilient. We went through a spell there where the length of the season was bothering them, but at the same time, they're starting to understand how valuable it is to be playing at this time of the year. They're growing in the aspect of their physicality and their mental approach to the game. So it's neat to have them on the floor playing like that. And I attribute that to Julia. How she's playing the game. You look at our captains and how they're handling things away from the floor. That helps them grow in that aspect. And, it's nice to be able to have that.
You had some success down in Summit last year. Anybody kind of understand that, or can you relay that to the younger group that this would happen if you do the right things?
Well, I know Elena's Jarnett's talked about it a little bit, and she's our spark plug, obviously, and that's a big deal. You got to work and you got to earn that, and that's not always easy, And you look at us and who we've played this year, and I think we're prepared for that. We've played 3 teams in the top 20. Obviously, they're in our conference for 2 of those games, but it shows you a little bit of it can be done, and you have to play a physical, fast style of basketball with limited mistakes. And this group, though, they have the ability to get hot, and that's our key. Can we start knocking down our shots early? And that's what teams try to take away from us early. So, again, it's something that can happen, and be able to have success last year. You saw the team really came together, and I was really happy for our team to be able to do that. And I hope our team this year can do the same thing. It'll be a difficult task.
You won in Omaha, and then the first half of South Dakota, you had to raise a lot of eyebrows. Is that maybe a sign that maybe the team's kind of upward here this season, this full season?
Yeah, that South Dakota game and Omaha game was a good road trip for us in that aspect. Omaha, I thought we played okay basketball in the first half. In the second half, we played a lot more solid on both ends of the floor, and we've made some bigger plays that we hadn't made since earlier in the season. And then you look at playing down in South Dakota. That first half we were getting after it pretty good, and the thing was they made an adjustment, and we didn't handle the adjustment well. Once we finally figured it out, and it was okay, but it was too late then. And that's where having a younger team, it's harder to grasp that. And you can use a timeout to try to fix it and things like that, but it's all about how you take care of business on the floor, and defensively, that first half we were very solid, probably one of our better solid defensive games of the year. But it also tells you the cohesiveness of the team. There's not a me, and what about me? It's about us and how we play, and we got to continue to do that.
With a young group, is this time of year more fun or more stressful?
It's more fun. It really is. It's exciting. I think anytime you're playing at this time of year, it's fun. You look at this group though, and they're always kind of a jovial group, and they do some different things, that you're like, I wouldn't prepare that way, but that's just how they are. And when they get on the floor, they're ready to take care of business, and so it's been fun. It's been neat to see them grow. It really has, and the pride that they have about playing together and playing for the University of North Dakota is pretty special.
Having a week off, is there a temptation to kind of overanalyze your next opponent, your next game?
Well, yeah, I think all coaches do that. I think our players have a good perspective of it. We try to keep it light. There's certain things that we do differently. Today was a lighter day, obviously, of practice. But you start looking at, okay, South Dakota State, one of the things they like to do is they like to run a lot of people off a lot of screens and try to catch you on a slip where you're not switching well. So you go, hey, maybe we should guard it like this, and we should push over on this one and push under on this kid. Then it becomes way too complicated. Now your players freeze, and you can't do that. You got to be loose at this time of the year. So, then you go, hey, what does Aaron Johnson do? Well, back in 2005, he ran this, and you can't do all that. You got to keep it simple as possible. You got to stay focused on yourself. So, that's what we try to do, and I'm sure they'll make me pay for it at some point when we go out to eat or something. So there you go.